What's the impact of the presidential election on the housing market? You want to stick around and watch.
This is Kasama Lee, your community realtor.
So with this video, I am going to show you some statistics that have happened in the past of the year when there would be an election, presidential election coming on. So there are three elements that we're going to look at, the three elements that would impact the housing market during the presidential election year. The first element is the home sales. According to past statistics, the 2 months that are impacted by the oncoming presidential election are October and November. Yes, there's going to be a slight dip, a slowdown in the market during those 2 months, but it's temporary, and that's the important part that you want to know, that it does not set back or it doesn't change the market. It doesn't, it does not contribute to the market declining or crashing or anything like that, and that's really important for you to know. And if you find the content of the video valuable, you want to hit the subscribe and the bell notification so you don't miss future video content. We are grateful when you share the content, liking, subscribing, as this would get the channel out to more people. So thanks for doing that. So here you're going to see the chart of the slight seasonal drop in sales in the month prior to the presidential election. You can see the dip, the first part of the chart, non-presidential election years 1963 to 2019, and then the second part is the presidential election years in orange from 1963 to 2019. So it's a slight dip, but it's temporary, and that's important for you to keep in mind. Historically, the prices of housing go back up the following year. Historically, home sales bounce right back and continue to rise the following year. Second element, home prices. Do home prices come down during the election year? And the answer is no. Home prices are not impacted by the election year. So whatever that's already was happening in the market is what would be the cause of it, not the election. The latest data from NAR reveals that after 7 of the last 8 presidential elections, home prices increased the following year. As you can see on the chart here, home prices generally rise over the years. So there's no direct impact from the election taking place during that year. It will continue to rise. So with this chart, you will see that home prices continue to rise. The only exception was in 2008, and that was when the market crash happened, if you recall. And there were other factors that were impacting that. A lot of it had to do with the negative amortization loan programs that no longer exist. The third element is the mortgage rates. If you have been keeping up with what the mortgage is doing, we are actually in the decline in the mortgage rates, which is awesome for home buyers and actually home sellers as well, because it increases the affordability of the consumers, right? So right now, the market has been really on a climb in a much healthier place than compared to a year ago. And interest rates have decreased, as you can see on the chart. Mortgage rates decreased leading up to 8 of the last 11 presidential elections. So this year, we will continue to see the declining rates that have been going on in the last couple of months, which is a wonderful place to be for the real estate housing market. So what does this mean to you? It means that the election year has a slight impact, like I mentioned at the beginning, that it really just affects the real estate market in October and November, and it's a temporary short-term thing. But other than that, it has no long-term direct economic impact, and that's a great thing. So that might be the time that you want to start looking. If I were you and I'm house shopping, I would be actively searching in October and November, because there's less competition, and whatever homes that are on the market, the sellers are more likely to be more motivated. I hope this has been helpful information to you. Please share the content of the video so that people know that, there's hope at the end of this horizon of this housing market. 2024 is beginning to look like a better and better and better year. And don't forget, in November 2024, go vote. Get that sticker. Your voice does matter, and there's not enough people voting. So let's make sure that we exercise our right. Thanks for watching.